Hi, in the previous video, we have discussed about the add column tab. Okay, and I have given some exercise as well. Hope you have completed that. And today we are going to talk about view tab in Power BI. So, why should we use this view tab? If you wanted to know more about that particular column, okay, for example, if you wanted to see how many null values are there in your particular table, is that possible to just scroll down and see? Okay, you can can you count it, like, okay, this is one, this is one, this is two, three, four, five, like that we cannot count it, right? So in order to understand the statistics of your column, in order to understand how your column is working out better, you will be using this view tab. Okay, so this view tab, you can easily understand how your column and how your data is working out. So you can see here that you have a thing which is called column quality. Okay, so you have you we will be discussing about this data preview today. Okay, fine. So here you can see you have a column quality. Just enable the column quality. Just check this. Okay, check this button. So you can see here that it is showing valid. Okay, this is about your valid data. It's 100% valid data. And if you have any error in your data, it will show how much percentage of error you have. And if you have any empty column in your data, it will show you how much percentage of empty column you have. So in our data, the data which we are using is not having any error or empty. So what is the meaning of an error? If it is not properly supporting the format, and if it is not give, so I can show you what how the error is looking like. Okay, so if you're creating something like this, okay, I'm just trying to create okay, from this discount brand, I'm just trying to parse it into XML. So here you can see it's showing an error, right? Because it means that it is not passing it properly. It's some problem with that particular column. So it is showing that error. It's 100% error because not even a single record has been passed properly, and it's not valid, and there is no empty, but even it can't understand whether it has an empty column or not. So this is what all about the error. Okay, so if you go to the view tab and enable the column quality, it will tell you that what are the that is whether it is valid, or how, what is the quality of the your column. It will show for everything, every column it will show up. Now I'm going to just click on this column profile. You can see here that it is showing up the column profile, that is what is the count of that segment. Okay, this, I have selected the segment. If I change this country, you can see what is the count of the country, like how many records are there in your country, in the country column. Is there any error? Is there any empty? What is it distinct column you have? You have five countries here. Okay, Canada, Germany, France, Mexico, and I think one more. Okay, so you have five distinct value here. Okay, and empty string, there is no empty string. What is the minimum? Canada, and what is maximum? United States. So how this minimum and maximum is calculating based on the starting letter. Okay, so C is having the minimum ASCII code. Okay, it's based on the ASCII code, whereas capital letter U is having the highest ASCII code. So that is how it is converting the, it is finding out the minimum and maximum. And you can also see the value distribution here. Okay, and just if you you can see some ellipse, we call it as three dots, right? So if you can just copy the content here. Okay, if you wanted to copy this content and if you wanted to just paste it somewhere else, you can just try to paste it, it will be available here. Okay, and even here you can copy the data, and if you wanted to paste the data, let us try to paste it in the same thing. It is showing what is the column, what is the count for that. Okay, and also if you want to group by based on the text length, you can group it. So this is about, you can even find it for the unit sold. You can, if you change the unit sold, okay, because since unit sold is a numeric value, numeric data, you can find some more information, column statistics here. Okay, you can see here that it is you can see this is distinct, unique, zeros, minimum value, maximum value, average, and standard deviation, because since it is a numeric data, okay, number data, so it is showing up some more statistics for us. Okay, and if it is a string data, it cannot show you some standard deviation, average, and all, so it won't show up. Okay, this is all about like a value distribution. If you want to see the statistics of your column, then you can go ahead and see here. And you have one more option here, column distribution. Okay, so you can simply click here to see the column distribution, like how these columns are distributed. Okay, so you can see here that you have five distinct data but not unique data. Okay, there is no unique value here. So how to understand this distinct and unique? Okay, let us just create an add column, and let us create an index column here. And if you see what is the index column, you can see 700 distinct data and 700 unique data. Unique in the sense every row should have a different value. Distinct in the sense your data. Okay, so it is like your data, how many data are available, that is the same data which is available again and again. You can see the January, February, March, April, some month of an year. So you have 12 distinct data because we have 12 months in an year, but zero unique. There is no unique data available here. Okay, so this is about like this is what column profile and column distribution. So these things are used in order to understand how your column, what is the statistics of your column. Okay, so if you want to understand, if you want to see whether your column is having any error, or whether your column is having any empty data or any other actions to be taken in your column, then you have to go ahead with this. Don't worry, just you can go ahead and you can just simply go ahead and see this, enable this and see how it is really working. Okay, so this is how we'll be understanding the data, and if you select anything, no, you can see the column distribution here. Okay, if you simply select here, you can see how the columns are distributed and what are all the what are all the important statistics which you can understand from here. Okay, so this is how this view tab works. And apart from this, you have a monospaced. See, monospaced, you can see some changes in your font is happening. Okay, you can see a changes in your font, that is what monospace. Okay, and if you wanted to go to any specific column here, okay, so you can simply select it and click here. It will be like, simply it is like selecting. Okay, instead of because in case if you have nearly more than 50 columns or 100 columns, you cannot just go scroll here and go to that particular column. So in order to avoid such complications for a data visualizer or a data analyst, so this is, that is how they have given a go to column. Okay, so this is how it works. So here we understood about what is a monospaced, all about the data preview. Okay, this is what the important concept here. And also we understand about the column, go to the column, and this is similarly like a formula bar. Okay, this is what we call this as a formula bar. Okay, this is what the formula bar here. So this one, if you don't want to see the formula bar, you can simply disable this formula bar is available here. Just go and click that, you cannot see the formula bar. Okay, so this is how it works. So you can see here that this is very important thing in Power Query Editor. Okay, so if you go on this query settings and all, we will understand. Okay, this is a query setting. So here you can see this is query settings window. Okay, so if you don't want to see this window, you can simply go on and like simply click it here. It will be, it won't be visible. Okay, so you can see here, and if you want to again click that, you can see that query settings is visible here. Okay, so this is what, as to summarize, monospaced is if you want to change the font to a monospaced font, then you can simply select here monospace font. Okay, and this Power Query Editor. Okay, so you can simply see these options. So go and select this option. You can see here that you have a Power Query Editor. So what are the things which should be there in your Power Query editor. For example, display the formula bar, display the query, enable web table inference, display preview contents using monospaced font. So by default, if you want to display based on the monospaced font, you can enable it. Okay, these are the settings inside the Power Query editor. So if you want it, you can enable it. So this is how it actually works. Okay, so this is if you have a show white space, right? If you just disable it, okay, there is no specific column with white space for us. If you have any space, okay, you can see that that is you can see the difference. Okay, so this is not visible for us. This is by default, it will be enabled. Okay, other than that, column quality, column distribution, column profile will not be enabled. So to summarize, column quality checks the quality of the data in terms of valid, error and empty. Okay, valid, error and empty. And column, and what to say about the column distribution. So column distribution helps us to analyze how many distinct and unique records in the column. Okay, so you can see about this. So once if you click on the column distribution here, and you can see that this is the unique records, right? So you can see here, like what is the unique and what is the thing. And you can even just right click and copy quality metrics, copy value distribution. If you want to copy this and you have to use it, reuse it somewhere else, you can use it. And the column profile checks the profile of selected column. It also provides a report in terms of column statistics. Okay, like you can see here, this is the column statistics. Can see here. Okay, these all the important questions which will be asked in PL 300 exam. Okay, how do you enable, how do you see the column statistics? Okay, and go to column helps us to select a column that if you we like to preview in the Power Query editor. So these are all the important thing which we should understand. And this parameter, okay, as I told, if you wanted to understand about this parameter, no, this always select and everything, this we will understand once we started to learn about parameters. What is a parameter? Because for this we need a complete introduction about the parameters. Okay, that we will see in a different video. I hope you all understand. Just go and try today's exercise is what you have to go and enable and see. I will share a file with some error and invalid data, null data, empty data. Okay, you can try what is the column, how it is showing, how these things are visualizing, how can you see these things. Okay, just tell me, share your experience with us so that we can have, if you have any doubt, leave that in the comments so that I can help you out better. Thank you, take care, bye bye.